You've seen the memes, the podcasts, the endless debates, alpha male versus sigma male. It's always framed as some epic battle for women's attention. The alpha is the loud leader, the sigma, the mysterious loner. But here's the truth, this whole debate is a distraction. It's a way for insecure men to slap on a label instead of doing the real work of becoming genuinely attractive. The real question isn't alpha or sigma, it's why you feel the need to perform at all. Attraction isn't about fitting into a box of traits you found online. It's about who you are when nobody's watching, what you stand for, and how you live with integrity. The alpha-sigma framework is built on shaky pop psychology and animal analogies that don't fit real human relationships. People cling to these labels because they're simple, but real life is complicated. True attraction isn't about following a script, it's about writing your own story. The most attractive man isn't the perfect alpha or sigma. He's the one who doesn't need a label at all. He's just himself unapologetically. So let's pull this apart and figure out what actually matters. The alpha male is the classic leader, the guy who owns the room. He's loud, charismatic, and thrives on being seen as the top dog. Think captain of the team, CEO, the guy everyone notices at the party. His power is overt. His confidence often tied to his social standing. He's competitive, ambitious, and wants to win at everything. This drive can build empires, but it can also make him needy for validation. The dark side, he might become a bully or brag endlessly because his self-worth depends on external markers. Sometimes he's more about performing leadership than actually leading. The alpha archetype is all about overt dominance and being at the top of the group. He leads from the front, energy directed outward, shaping the world to his will. People know who he is because he makes sure they do. He's the traditional hero, the man in the spotlight, but his identity is defined by his relationship to the group and staying on top. For better or worse, that's the alpha. But is that really what makes someone attractive? Now, the sigma male, the internet's favorite lone wolf. If the alpha is the king, the sigma doesn't even care about the throne. He's confident, competent, ambitious, but doesn't need a crowd to prove it. His validation is internal. He knows his worth without applause. The sigma is often introverted, but not insecure. He just doesn't need social energy. His power is covert. His appeal is self-sufficiency and independence. But the sigma label can be misused. Sometimes it's just an excuse for being antisocial or emotionally unavailable. True independence is the ability to connect, but choosing when and how. The real sigma is free. The fake one is just isolated. That's the difference. Attraction isn't random, it's rooted in evolutionary psychology. For millennia, women needed partners who could provide and protect. That's why status is attractive, it signals survival value. Status isn't just money or cars, it's competence and the ability to navigate life. The alpha status is obvious, he leads, commands, and is respected. The sigma status is subtle, he's independent, skilled, and self-mastered. Women respond to both alphas for social power, sigmas for self-sufficiency. But it's not about the label, it's about the underlying traits: confidence, competence, ambition, and emotional strength. Women want a man who has his life together. Whether he leads a group or walks his own path is just style. The real attraction is to substance, not performance. Most guys get stuck on the style, not the substance. Alpha's appeal is primal. He projects control, takes charge, and makes decisions. In a chaotic world, a confident leader provides safety and stability. It's not just physical protection, but social and emotional security. For women seeking stability or a family, the alpha's ambition and leadership are attractive. He's the rock, the problem solver, the guy who makes life feel safe. Being with him means excitement, social perks, and prestige. For outgoing women, the alpha's energy is a natural fit. But it all depends on maturity. An immature alpha's protection can feel like control, his confidence like arrogance. If his self-worth depends on validation, the attraction fades. A mature alpha leads with respect, protects without controlling, and doesn't need to belittle others. That's the kind of power that lasts. The difference is substance, not just style. The alpha's real strength is quiet confidence, not loud dominance. That's what creates lasting attraction. Anything else is just a performance. Sigma's appeal is all about mystery and authenticity. He's not performing, he's just living his own life, which makes people curious. His aloofness signals a rich inner world, not disinterest. Independent women often prefer Sigmas. They want a partner, not a leader. The Sigma isn't threatened by her success. He's focused on his own path. This creates relationships built on mutual respect and freedom. His confidence is internal, his self-worth unshakable. But beware, if the mystery is just emotional unavailability, the attraction dies fast. The true Sigma can connect deeply. He just chooses carefully. The seduction is being one of the few allowed into his world. That's the real allure. Let's be real. Most alpha versus Sigma content online is garbage. It's a marketing gimmick, selling shortcuts to confidence. These labels are simple, tribal, and perfect for clickbait. But they're a distraction from real self-improvement. It's easier to watch a TikTok about Sigma traits than to actually work on yourself. No woman is keeping score of alpha or Sigma points. Women are attracted to your vibe, humor, passion, kindness, and ambition. Trying to fit into a one-dimensional archetype is unattractive. It screams insecurity. The real damage, it teaches men to perform for approval, which is the definition of neediness. Whether you're acting alpha or Sigma, if you're acting, you've already lost. You've made her the source of your validation. And that's universally unattractive. Real attraction comes from being comfortable with who you are. So, what's the alternative to these labels? Build a life that's meaningful to you. Attractiveness should be a byproduct, not the goal. Focus on 3 pillars: purpose, self-discipline, and not giving a fuck about others' opinions. Purpose is your why, the mission that drives you. When you're driven by something bigger than getting laid, you become less needy and more attractive. Self-discipline is the unsexy work, going to the gym, eating well, managing your emotions. Discipline is self-respect, and it builds real confidence. Not giving a fuck isn't about being rude, it's about prioritizing your values over approval. Be willing to be polarizing, to live authentically. This is the core of vulnerability, showing the world who you are, unapologetically. Both alpha and Sigma archetypes try to capture this, but you can't fake it. It has to come from genuine self-worth, built on purpose and discipline. That's what makes you attractive. Not a label, not a performance, just you, living your truth. The alpha versus Sigma debate is a distraction. It's about costumes, not character. True attraction isn't a performance. It's about who you are when the mask comes off. The most successful men aren't obsessed with social hierarchies. They're too busy living their own lives. They build substance, not personas. Confidence comes from action, not adopting a label. The real strategy: become the best version of yourself. Invest in your health, career, passions, and emotional intelligence. The most attractive qualities, confidence, passion, humor, integrity, aren't exclusive to any archetype. They're human qualities, a reflection of your character. A man who's honest, driven, and vulnerable is attractive. Loud or quiet, leader or loner. Forget the labels. They're crutches for the insecure. Build a life you're proud of, define your own values, and pursue your purpose. The goal isn't to fit an archetype, it's to become your own. Your character is your category.